The top affiliate marketing mistakes to avoid. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down 9 mistakes I see affiliate marketers making so that you can avoid them. Okay. When I first started in affiliate marketing, it took me 8 months to make my first sale. Okay. So I can talk you through a lot of these mistakes because I've actually made some of them myself. But without further ado, we're going to dive right in. If you're new to the channel, my name's Andy Mattis. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content that I drop on how you can make money online, sack your boss, and go full time with affiliate marketing. So mistake number 1 is focusing on too much and not focusing on enough high revenue generating activities. Okay. So you can incorporate something called time chunking into your schedule. And time chunking is essentially just a process of removing 80% of the tasks that you're performing and focusing on up to 3 high revenue generating activities per day. Okay. And where you've removed 80% of what you're doing and you're only focusing on up to 3 high revenue generating activities per day, this massively reduces mental fatigue and frees up a lot of time in your schedule. So mistake number 2 is focusing on platforms such as Facebook or Instagram instead of focusing on building long-term digital assets. Okay. So Facebook and Instagram are great platforms for making sales quite quickly, which is what most people want. However, you have to keep feeding the algorithm what it wants. You have to keep feeding it content in order for it to work. Okay. It's not evergreen, meaning that you can't just put a piece of content out there and it's definitely not going to continue to work for you for years to come. Right. As soon as people stop engaging on that content, that Facebook post will go dead. Okay. Which basically means, if you fall ill or something happens to you where you need to take, a bit of time off, your business will grind to a halt as a result. Whereas if you focus on a platform such as YouTube, I like to think of YouTube as digital real estate because you could just put one piece of content out there and that video could continue to work for you for many years to come. Now, if you just think about an old song that you may like, okay, it may have been posted onto YouTube about 15 years ago and it's still getting views today. And that is the power of long form YouTube content. Mistake number 3 I see affiliate marketers making is huge, and this is shiny object syndrome. Okay, so maybe you're joining programs, you're joining a course, you're trying that strategy for 2 to 3 months, and then you're getting bored, and then you're moving on to the next opportunity. Okay, this is what we call shiny object syndrome, and this is not going to serve you well in your business if this is something that you're doing. Okay, don't worry, it's not your fault. That's why I put this video together so that you can avoid them. And mistake number 4 is picking the wrong niche because it's profitable. Again, this is something that I did when I first started. I thought, right, okay, which niche am I going to go for? I'm going to go for the one where I can make the most money. But if you don't have a passion, if you don't have a clear interest in the niche that you're in, it is just a fast route to burnout. Okay, so you definitely want to make sure that you're picking a niche that you have a genuine interest in. That way you're not going to get bored, you're not going to burn yourself out, and it's going to be, you're going to have a much higher chance of succeeding in a niche that you actually have a passion for. So mistake number 5 is low ticket versus high ticket. Okay, I see a lot of people out there saying that, right, I can't sell something high ticket because it's going to be too expensive, it's going to be too difficult for me to sell. But I can tell you, when I was closing for a lady called Star Cod, I managed to sell a $9,800 coaching program, which I actually found easier to sell than a lot of the $100 coaching programs that I've sold in the past. Right, it's just a case of simple maths. We see a really common goal that people want to make 10K per month. I don't know what it is about that number that is so popular, but it's a really common goal we see amongst affiliate marketers. Now, let's just say, for example, that you're selling something for $100. Okay, you need to sell 100 of those products in the space of a month in order to make 10 grand, right? So if you're selling something for $1,000, you only need to sell 10 people into that program in order for that to work for you, right? 10 people is going to be much easier for you to sell than 100 people. So you really want to be thinking about, what you're selling. Am I selling something that's paying me $5, or am I going to be selling something that's going to be paying me $1,000, right? So mistake number 6 is short-term versus long-term thinking. Okay, I see a lot of affiliate marketers who really suffer with short-term thinking, especially when they're new. Okay, and this is the fact that they think that they're going to come into the online space. There's going to be some sort of push button method, which we see all over YouTube. Okay, I'm here to tell you now, there is no push button system that really works. Okay, these are just slimy marketing tactics which people use to draw you in. Okay, so you really want to be thinking about long-term thinking. If you are starting, you want to pick one strategy. Okay, one strategy, one social media platform to focus on for 1 year. Okay, and I can guarantee you that the person who puts a plan in place and focuses on the one platform for 1 year over the person who has no plan or thinks that there's some sort of push button system, the person who focuses on that system for 1 year will have way more results than the person who just who has this kind of shiny object syndrome. Okay, short-term thinking. I want a quick fix. It just doesn't work, guys. Okay, you really want to be thinking long term if you want to build yourself a sustainable business. And Mistake number 7 is recommending products that you don't really know much about. Okay, so you never want to recommend a product that you don't believe in. Have you purchased it? Is it a good product? Because at the end of the day, if you're selling something just so that you can make a quick buck off of it, that's not the right way to do it. Okay, so you want to make sure that what you're selling is a good quality product that you could potentially sell to your own family or friends. Right? A good quality product means that your clients are going to be served well and they will come back to buy from you again and again, right? So you want to be thinking, again, this is long-term thinking. We don't want to be selling this product one week. We don't want to be selling another product the next week, because that's basically going to break trust with your followers if you have them. So you want to pick a really high quality product. And I always recommend going for the private affiliate programs, because they are just a much better quality than the things that you find on ClickBank, JVZoo, Warrior Plus, or ShareASell. Mistake number 8 is going to run paid ads as a beginner. Okay, so if you are new to the online space, you basically want to stay away from running paid advertising and focus on organic. Organic basically means that it's free, but this is where your best quality traffic is going to come from. Okay, so there are 3 types of traffic that you need to understand. We have cold, we have hot, and we have warm. Okay, so cold traffic is going to come from places like ads, like Facebook ads, Instagram ads, TikTok ads, YouTube ads. And these people are completely cold because they don't know who you are, right? So these are going to be the hardest people for you to sell to. So if you just imagine walking down the road, you're minding your own business and a complete stranger walking up to you trying to sell you something, what are most people going to do? They're going to pull some funny face, they're going to walk off, and they're going to ignore you. And that is because it's cold traffic. There's no like and trust factor there. Okay. Whereas if you're focusing on organic, you get the opportunity to warm people up, maybe build your own following. If you're one of my subscribers, you are classed as warm traffic because you at least know who I am. So there's a bit more of a relationship built there versus me just running a Facebook ad, it popping up on your home feed, and me trying to sell you something. Okay. And then we have a hot traffic, which are people that have bought from you before. These are going to be the easiest people for you to sell to. But I recommend focusing on organic traffic, which means that it's free traffic, and building up your business that way. So mistake number 9 is trying to figure everything out on your own. At the end of the day, you don't know what you don't know, right? So you don't just want to be out there trying to figure things out, because what's going to happen is you're going to get into a state of information overload, and things are just going to get really confusing for you. So if you think of it as like, let's say, for example, you've got this 5,000 piece jigsaw puzzle, right? And you're trying to put it together, but for some reason, some pieces just don't fit, right? And then all of a sudden, once you get halfway through this puzzle, you realize that you've actually got pieces from 5 different puzzles, okay? And, they're never going to work together, right? So what's going to happen if you try and figure everything out your own? You may get pieces of information from one person, you may get pieces of information from another person, and they could be quite good pieces of information. However, where you're trying to fit piece from this one and piece from that one, it's never going to fit together properly, and it's going to leave you in a state of information overload. Okay. And that's where the confusion really comes from. So what you want to do is you want to get yourself a mentor, okay, and focus on what they're teaching you for a series for 1 year. Like I said earlier, we want to forget about that shiny object syndrome, and we want to think about long-term thinking. I've got my client over here, Dave King, who was online for over 14 years, and you name it, he's tried it. Amazon FBA, drop shipping, all of these different things, he's tried it. And he was going in the wrong direction for over 14 years before he started working for me. We've also got my client Srini from India over here, who was online for over 10 years, doing the exact same thing, going in the wrong direction until he started working with me. So if any of you are looking for a step-by-step process, I have put together a free training on exactly how you can make 6 figures online with affiliate marketing. So I recommend clicking on the first link in the comment section or the description and checking out that free training over there. But I'm just curious, have you been making any mistakes in your business? If so, leave a comment down in the comment section below. This is also going to help people who may be watching this video after you. I personally look at all the comments and respond to them all, so I will go through them all. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to smash that like button. I'm Mattis, and I'm out.